Welcome back, guys, and today we are here with a new deck and a new video, I guess. I've been gone for a little bit because of real life stuff, but we are now back, and well, this deck has been what I've doing the majority of my grinding with. This is my Naya Humans deck, and again, I'm not going to spend too much on the old cards because it doesn't take much for me to explain that Thali's Lieutenant is still good in a humans deck, but I'll go through some of the newer cards and generally tell you how the deck works. It's very much a mid-range deck. It can have like a very aggressive draw, but I'd say majority of the time you're not trying to win for like turn 4, you're trying to win like turns, I don't know, like 5 to 8 is generally the turns you're trying to win. And some of the new cards, we run Glorybound Initiate. This thing is basically a 2 mana 3/1, or if you want to exert it, it becomes a 2 mana 4/4 lifelink for a turn, which is insane in this deck. I mean, if your opponent's not doing anything, you just get to keep smacking them for 3, and then if they are doing something, you can still punch through and race them with the lifelink, which is very nice. I do like this card. Said I wasn't going to talk about any old cards, but I guess I'll talk about Lone Rider. Lone Rider is very good in this deck from my brief experience so far. We have so many different ways to flip it, and once you've flipped it, it's just a 2 mana 4/4 first strike trample lifelink, which is just insane. Like I said, I mean, I really do like this card, and just as I said, just as we go through the deck, just count all the different ways you have of flipping it, and you'll see why I'm not too concerned with it. We run 3 Honoured Crop Captain. For some reason I always want to call this guy Honor Red Crop Captain. I've been playing too much Red Deck wins, I think, but this thing is basically, I keep saying basically, but this thing is Consul's Lieutenant, except easier to cast on the mana, and you don't get the first strike, unfortunately, but I think it's better. I think it's better overall because you don't have to get renowned, and it does a very similar thing in this deck, and it is just a 2 mana 3/2, which is never too bad. And what did I throw at my deck? Get back in here. What else went? 100 crop cast. Somehow I removed 2 cards there. I don't know how, but anyway. The new cards. I passed one here. Devoted Cropmate. I am testing this out alongside a Renegade Rallier, and I think I like this one slightly better. It's being able to bring back like a Lone Rider, a Consul Lieutenant, a Glorybound Initiate is really powerful, because there are cards your opponent kind of has to find an answer for, otherwise they're in deep trouble. And you can exert before it's not like it has to hit your opponent, it just has to attack, which is a decent trade-off, I think. And even still, a 3 mana 3/2 human is not bad in this deck. We have new Gideon. His biggest weakness is that he's not old Gideon, but overall you never really emblem unless you're playing against Mill, and apart from that he's just a 3 mana 4/4 indestructible, and occasionally you can like blank like a lifelinker so you can get in the last points of damage or whatever. What else is new in the deck? I guess I'll give 5 seconds on Amonkhet. She's not normally found in humans decks, but being able to give vigilance, haste, and +2/+2 is very relevant in this deck. And even worse, being able to flip her, cycle between bolting your opponent and making wolves is never a bad thing. And my favourite 3 cards in the deck, Samut, Voice of Dissent, is insane, just absolutely busted. This card is probably the best card in this set, in my opinion, like on a straight power level. Obviously there's different like synergies and stuff, but this thing does very little wrong. In fact, it does absolutely nothing wrong. It's a 5 mana, 10 abilities, guaranteed 2/1. It's just busted in this deck. I hit with 16 with an insult with this girl on end step. It was hilarious. And we have our split cards here. Prepare to Fight. Not many people talk about this card, but I am really a big fan of it. The front side is a very good combat trick, being able to untap +2/+2 and lifelink, very relevant. And then the backside is a very expensive prey pawn, but it's free basically. The front side is a good combat trait. You'd probably run that in some deck, and the backside you get a free prey pawn, which your opponent sure they know about, but they can't tap out basically. That's kind of where I'm at with this card. Very happy with it. And we have 2 insult, 2 injuries, which is insane. I thought this card would be fun. I didn't think it would be good, but it turns out it's both. Being able to essentially give double strike for 3 mana is, well, it's not even double strike. It's better than double strike in some cases, but I have had games where my opponent's been on like 16 life, and then they've attacked thinking they're safe, and I just crack back and smack them for oblivion. And then if you ever get to do them both on the same turn, your opponent is probably dead, and the backside is some extra burn. What else is new in the deck? The lands is fairly straightforward. All the dual rare lands, 6, 4, and 3. Probably maybe I should go up one more on white, but I think I'm relatively happy with where we're at with this, and we will see how it works out on the ladder. I've been doing a lot of grinding on Duels recently, despite not. I have been playing my fair share of this expansion, and well, let's just say I'm down to 3 packs before Amonkhet is finished for me. Let's just say the quests have been generous. I've been getting a lot of good quests, like good gold and easily doable, and I've been just smacking, grinding on the AI and stuff. So, pretty happy. What else is happening in the world of Duels? The connection issues have been a bit spotty on the game recently. They've not been, for me anyway, it's not been like unplayable, but it's been definitely worse than it used to be, so hopefully that gets sorted out. Maybe it's just like an influx of new players or whatever, or you know, standard choppiness at the start of a season. But yeah, I mean, Amonkhet has quite actually surprised me with how relevant it's been. Like, obviously it's a new expansion, which means you're always going to see new cards, but I thought it would have slightly less impact than so far what I've seen on the ladder and stuff, which is a pleasant surprise. I guess I will pause it until my opponent arrives, because I can't be bothered and I've got not much else to talk about. So yeah, okay, never mind. We got timed out. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. And immediately we find an opponent, typical, but we are back, and it looks like we may be playing a relatively experienced player, as they've already bought the new customizable stuff, so they probably got the full collection, which means we may have a battle on our hands. 85749 is our opponent of the day, and let's try and give him a good game. Off the play, I think this is still a keep. It's not good, but I still think it's a keep. Green into Jolly Offsuit. We're playing ramp. Interesting. But I mean, we basically have 3, 4, 5 in this hand, because Tiles Tracker is basically a 4-drop in this sort of situation. So it's going to be, I think it's decent. And then we'll just have to see how aggressive our opponent gets here. That is a lot of a lot of gunk is going to be in the way here while we try and attack them down. This could get awkward. I would like a 2-drop here. Thank you very much. That's a tough one. Do we play Thalia's Lieutenant just as a 2-drop? I think I'm going to, you know. I think I'm going to. Because when are we casting it? We're not casting it till turn 6. I think it's worth it. We are definitely the beatdown in this deck, and I think having a creature on the board is more important than potentially having a team buff later on. I could be wrong. I could be potentially meant to be waiting here, but I think I'm right. I can't attack this turn, but I can start attacking next turn basically. So, and maybe I can even get out of like Languish range or something, which would be nice. Languish or Yeheni's Expertise. Well, our opponent's curve has been pretty insane. 1, 2, 3 so far. But I mean, we can start attacking them next turn. Play Tiles Tracker and then have a Summit. Always Watching could be a play as well, but no, I think I like going Tiles Tracker land drop. And then like we can maybe Always Watching next turn, for example, actually, and then get our creatures out of Languish range if we can. But well, I guess doesn't really get him out of Languish range. He's double chumping, he definitely has a Languish. But we have a Samet follow-up at least, and then we have a Declaration Stone, Always Watching. Hopefully we can get some going here. But yeah, the double chump there 100% tells me he has a sweeper. Whether it be Radiant Flames, Languish, or Yeheni's Expertise. Hopefully not Yeheni's. Yeah, okay, Languish, I'm fine with that. So we got our clues. We didn't get blown out too horrifically, and we have a 5/5 haste attacking our opponent this turn. I mean, we smack our opponent for 6 basically, and then we have a clue and an Always Watching to hopefully tide us through. Plus a removal spell, he has a big bomb. I've seen worse situations. Obviously we're not in a great situation because they went 1, 2, 3, 4. But I mean, it's a pretty good curve, but I think we should be okay. Cut to Ribbons, that's an interesting card in a ramp deck. Not sure how I feel on that, but I'm not going to argue. There's a Glory Bound Initiate, I'll play that. Leave up my white, please. Tap double green. Glory Bound, and then we get to go Always Watching, plus our Needle Spires next turn. So, I mean, we are running out of action, but the majority of our deck is still good here. Hopefully our opponent peters down here. Like, second cut. Jesus Christ. They are not letting off, are they? They've been brutal. This is just a murder. Gisella's better than Always Watching, I'm afraid. But they've already used so much removal. Surely they're out by now. And then we get to go Always Watching. Then we have... I don't know. I mean, if they sound like a... I don't know, Omnath or something down on us, then I'll accept defeat, but... This has been a murder. Okay, they're flashing back ribbons. That's something I like. Sure, they're going to drain us for like 18 here, but we have lifelink, and something we have to do. Gideon Always Watching. Screw it, I'm getting down Gideon. I just top deck like an absolute maniac there, but we can Always Watch next turn. Get Gideon down now, and then we can, you know, basically almost threaten lethal to our opponent. Well, forgot first strike, typical. But we did top deck. I mean, our opponent's draw is great, but ours hasn't exactly been shoddy either. If he has a big bomb, we have a removal spell. We have an Always Watching. We have a land. We very much are very close to threatening lethal, and our opponent's gone. That was a... I'm going to finish this out, because our opponent definitely put up the fight there. Oh, okay, the flashing back second ribbons. But yeah, I think they are just dead if we fire up the land. Yeah, they are dead. So, that was a bizarre game. I think we played it right, but it was just... It felt like our opponent just murdered us, but then somehow we just won. With two kind top decks there. But, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. We did win through the Ramp Menace. He just didn't have a finisher, but although we did have a removal spell for it. So, yeah. Not sure how I feel about... Not sure how I feel about cut to ribbons in a ramp deck. It's a decent removal spell, I guess, but it's not really something to write home about. Okay. I'm calling Kefnet in our pack today. I'm calling Kefnet. It's one of 3 packs. It's got to be in there somewhere. Kefnet. I'm calling it. I don't even know what else we're missing. I think we're missing the Fling as well. Kefnet. Oh, Naheb. That sucks. Oh, we got this Enigma Drake. I'm happy with that. I'll accept. I thought... Sorry, the reason I went like really confused there is I thought Naheb was a mythic. So I was like, I've already unlocked Naheb. But no, apparently she's a rare. So... Which makes more sense. I wonder if there is like a Rakdos aggro deck now. Because I always thought before, well, she doesn't really have a home because as a one-of mythic, but maybe it's a rare. There's a better chance for her somewhere. Oh well. That was an interesting first game. Hopefully we can get 2 more like that. And we found a game instantly this time, which was nice. Didn't have to pause. JJ as our opponent. Climbing up the ranks here. He doesn't have sleeves, but we can't keep this hand. This hand is slow as all heck, but I think it's still a keep. If we draw like 1 untapped land, we're fine. If we don't draw an untapped land, I mean, it's not the end of the world. We have Glorybound Initiate into like Hangry Garrison, Thalia, Insult. We have a good curve if we draw lands here. 25 lands in the deck. We've got a good chance of finding them. Gonna lead with you, and then we can go because we've got more untapped white sources, which means we could play this on turn 2 if we wanted to. But we'll see. We do need to draw lands fairly quickly. Our opponent is on an aristocrats deck. Interesting. Not sure how this matchup is. He can like blank our lifelink by sacrificing creatures, but so I think our curve here is going to be Glory Bound into Lone Rider, and then we can flip our Lone Rider, and then Trample is very good versus his deck. He's going to get Revolt here with his Evolving Wilds. It's only a 1-1. I'm not really worried about getting raced in this kind of matchup. We have so much lifelink and stuff. I'm not too worried about getting raced. I'm more worried about getting ground out. So we will see what we draw. Still no untapped land, unfortunately. I'm still going to stick with my original plan here. 25 land in the deck, like I said, so statistically we should find something eventually. But we are now facing 2 mana while he's on 4, so he gets to play basically double everything on us. As long as he can't play something that blocks Glorybound, I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, I'm not blocking. You got me. Gisela would be pretty terrible. Angel of Innovation, I think. Gideon actually would probably just be the game. Gideon would just be the game, I think. But luckily our opponent is sacrificing to trigger Revolt and plays a Vengeful Rebel. So actually that is terrible. Never mind. We're not dead. We are not dead. We're not alive, but we're not dead either. That's a good sign. Well, that's not good either, is it? Screw. I'm getting Lord Reiner down. I've got to prepare so I can flip it. And if we're not going to draw lands, then we'll just win with a 4/4 lifelink vigilance or whatever we've got here. Maybe he's not scared of it either. Smothering Abomination. The thing is, if he blocks, then he can just sacrifice and we don't get the lifelink. So, I mean, he's not going to block though, so it's fine. We just flip it main phase, and then now we're fine. We're fine. This is fine. He'll sack now, so he triggers Revolt. Yeah, so yeah, we're fine. We do need to play the Prepare, I think, this turn over anything else, even if we draw an untapped land. And then like we can maybe insult to gain like 1,000,000 life or something. I don't know. I'm kind of clutching at straws here. Not drawing land really sucks. There's a third shot at it. Yeah. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. What is this? 2 lands in the top 11. And I guess he can't really attack unless he has a removal spell at least. But he can attack us in the air, I guess. I mean, if he's got like stone nothing in hand, maybe we can win this game, but I don't know. Missing like 10 land drops in a row hasn't been ideal. Plus he's drawing an extra card a turn. Yeah, we need him to have like no removal for us to stand a chance this game, I think. Maybe he doesn't run. I mean, he runs Fatal Push realistically. Implement of what? Is that the white implement? Why? Okay, I'm not going to argue. Trigger Revolt probably, but I think there is a better options in your deck than that. Just gain him some life though. 2 whole life, in fact. Wow, he doesn't have the removal spell unless he does have a Fatal Push and he's toying with me. We could. I don't know. We'll see what we draw. If we draw a land, maybe we can like, I don't know, get something going here. But he's gonna have a 3/3 double strike here, plus a 3/2. I don't know. We'll see what we draw. We'll see what we draw, and we'll draw what we see. Still not land. Honored Crop Captain it is. Now we have to sit back. We can't really attack into this board, and now, yeah, not really much to say. Not really much to say. So I'm trying. I mean, we might. Maybe there's some miracle we can like punch through with an insult, but I mean, judging by what we're seeing here, it's not looking likely, is it? You can just like start pecking at us in the air. Eventually, that Solemn Recruit will be able to attack into us, and I don't know. Like Hanweir Garrison into insult, I think is kind of looking like my only out. I think. But we do need to draw an untapped land, but it's not looking particularly likely. Okay, well we did draw it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, at this point, I can't think of any other single sequence of draws. We're like dead in the air in like 2 turns anywhere, so I don't know. Ideally, he gets really aggressive here, attacks all out. We can like survive on like 1 life, and then we kill him on the crackback. I think that's about our only way to victory. I guess we could like Emblem Gideon, but then he just, I mean, even Emblem Gideon, he just kills it with this. Yeah, Emblem Gideon's useless, never mind. Yeah. Vengeful Rebel is going to kill our Hanweir Garrison. Yeah, this is a game. Well, I've got nothing to say, really. Our hand was decent, it just didn't work out, but surprised he's still not getting a bit more aggressive here. We do have to chump as well. Well, I guess we'll just trade off. And then Thalia, I guess, is a decent blocker on this board. I don't know, like maybe we can claw something back eventually. Avacyn Flip would be a way we could get back into this, but unfortunately that's another 5-drop, and we're still missing 2 lands. And he gets to just peck at us in the air here. Yeah, this game is not looking good. I think he is at the stage where he should just be attacking all out. Second hidden stockpile. I don't know. I'm tempted to just quit because I really can't think of too many more outs here. We'll see what we draw. I mean, we'll wait till we see what we draw, and we'll draw, and, you know, maybe we can get something going, but like we need always watching, attack. We're dead in the air next turn, so we need lifelink. Don't really have too many options for that. We're just dead anyway, I think. So, let's see what we draw. Gideon. only fitting that we don't see our 4th land. Oh well. Maybe he forgets to attack. No, I'm out. Well, that was disgusting. 3 lands and 15 cards. 3 lands and 15 cards. That means 6 lands and 30 cards, 9 lands and 45 cards, and 12 land deck we played there. Oh, we had that game, I think, if we drew lands. There were so many turns we were just doing nothing. It was pretty awkward. We had such a good hand if we drew lands. It's so upsetting. Oh well. Put it behind us, move on. We had to lose eventually, might as well have been to a land screw. Now we are playing Illusion. Let's see what they are up to. 2-lander. We have the... I'll speculate, again. Just because last game I didn't draw the lands, doesn't mean this game I'm not going to draw the lands, you know. 25 land deck means there is 23 lands in 54 cards. It's like a 40% chance we have of drawing one over like 2 turns or whatever, so yeah, we're fine. And I like that draw a lot, even though it's not an untapped land, because we get to go the same game plan we went for last game, where we went Glory Bound into Lone Rider. Well, that was the plan anyway, so we can go for that this time. Opponent has the turn 2 Copter, pretty good, but I'm not too scared of it. Just draw land, please make it a tap land as well. I could have played Lone Rider, I don't know. It feels like the exact same last game, but I mean, 25 land, 25. It's not like we're running a 20 land deck. We are running 25. If there is a magic RNG god, he will be on my side. But yeah, I think this deck has decent matchup versus vehicles actually, because they tend to tap. They tend to leave no blockers back, and we have so much lifelink. It means we can race fairly easily. So even though our opponent went turn 2 Copter, turn 3 Depala, I think we're okay, because we're gonna have a 4/4 Lone Rider next turn pretty much, and we have the prepare to fight and stuff. So we have decent. We'll be okay here, I think. We'll be okay. I mean, we've still got 2 drops. I would like to exert. Ooh, I didn't exert. Okay, panic. Okay, we're fine. That's not important. Didn't exert, but we didn't need to exert. Because now we play Honored Crop Captain, because we're not... We're fine. That was a mistake, but we're fine. Because now we just go Lone Rider next turn, and we'll even get to hit for an extra point of damage with Glory Bound. It couldn't have worked out better. Could not have planned this any better. Solemn Recruit, that's a good card. But we're fine. We are fine. How is that thing a 3/3? How is it? Oh, it's a dwarf. Of course it's a dwarf! Okay, he's crewing with the Depala as well, so I guess he wasn't really feeling the trade right there. No, we don't really have any good attacks. Well, we can attack with the thingy. So yeah, we do have a decent attack, I guess. And he took his revolt this turn. This has not been a good day for us, magic-wise. The first game was so good as well, but I mean, You take the good with the bad. You take the good with the bad. With magic. So that thing becomes a 4-4. Oh, we can't even attack now. Prepare, I guess, would allow us to attack if you got cheeky and tried to block. I think that's kind of what we have to go for. We drew a land, but it's far too late at this point. And this time I will exert. If he blocks, we get to prepare, and then if he doesn't, we just play a Lone Rider out. He blocks. No, he doesn't block. I don't think he should block. Yeah, he doesn't. Fair enough. So we gain 4 life. Play out you. And now we flip you. So, things have looked worse. Our opponent's curve was pretty good, but we're crawling back into this game. I think we have the Thalia's Lieutenant. I guess that thing stays untapped though. I guess we can play it like main phase. Aetherwind Rock. That's a good card. It's a good magic card. We still have the Prepare as well, so like that Double Striker isn't as threatening as it could be. And he's still attacking with the Copter. Not sure if I agree with that at this stage of the game. Because we have so much lifelink. Our opponent is kind of... And he's attacking with you. Okay. I was thinking that's a trade, which I'm happy with. Did he have a second Evolving Wilds? Did he... Oh my god. Our opponents and their Revolt triggering with Evolving Wilds? Must be nice. Must be nice. We can still kill it with a Prepare. Worst come to worst. I think we do hold a Prepare over anything else next turn. That thing does stay tapped, unfortunately. But we did draw a land, so we can Prepare plus Thalia's Lieutenant, which I like. But first I'll attack with you, see how our opponent wants to block. He takes it, I'm fine with that. Like his opponent is down to 9 life. He can tap down a creature. Okay, that comes into play tap, never mind. I think we just hold a Prepare. Opponent plays a Pia and Kieran Nalar. That is a good draw. That's about as good as it gets actually, because now we're not going to be able to race them particularly easily here. And he gets to crew up Copter easily. We just any way we can fight through here. He crewed using... That was a weird crew. He used both the Pia and the Thopter. Don't see why he did that. Okay. So now we'll prepare you. We'll gain 6 life, we'll eat his 5/5 Double Striker. Guess I should have waited to see if he wants to use the mana for that, because if he used the mana then we could have... Suppression Bonds. Interesting. It's on the top of his deck. Oh no, I think it gets put in the bottom, doesn't it? Yeah. Should have waited for all these triggers to happen, I think, but... We get to eat the... gain 6 life. And then we play out Thalia's Lieutenant. Is he just dead? 4... He's very close. In fact, I think he might be. 6, 10, 13, 14, 15. I think we've got it, you know. Wow. No, he's got the Thopter. No. Yeah, we got it. I think. If we draw untapped land, we definitely had it, but I think I'm just going to Thalia's Lieutenant. I could have prepared, actually, I guess. That probably would have been better. I still think we've got it, though. So now we attack all out. We'll gain a bazillion life as well. Exert you, definitely. Yeah, we got it. Wow. Got mana screwed again. Our opponent's draw was pretty good, but we managed to lifelink erase them. Prepare is a very good card. I'll say that once, I'll say it twice. Yep. Whew. That was a good game, that. That was a really good game. Exactly lethal. We definitely had lethal if we'd used prepare, but we didn't need to as it turned out. Wow, I'm actually kind of in shock. I did not think I had that game, let's put it that way. But I'm not going to complain. So that is Naya Humans. Trust me, it gets a lot better when you don't get mana screwed 2 out of 3 games, but even then you saw we do have potential to go nuts. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.